Thank you, Lindsay. Good to be here.
So what has been your journey with the company so far?
Yeah, I've been here for just over 5 years. Celebrated my 5 years a couple of weeks ago. So, I sort of a friend of a friend knew Jimmy, and they talked about how they were starting a different team here, the Permanent Opportunities team, and I joined there back in 2016. So, joining the team there. We had three of us back then. We didn't work with too many schools. In 2016, there was a group of 3 or 4 schools maybe we worked with, and then I guess since then every year we've grown. It's great, I guess, with ANZUK. You've got the other teams here and that infrastructure as well, business services and IT and marketing, all the great people around. So we've grown. This year we sort of, there's at the moment in our team there's about 15 of us or so, a few of us on secondments and that, but it's really grown, and I'm working a lot of the maths and science teachers and deal with a lot of the schools as well. So it's it's a great team to be a part of, and it's great to be part of that journey from the early days with our team that was a bit of a startup.
Lovely. Yeah, I think we started in the same year.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Back in Cremorne.
Yeah,
The good old days.
Back in the day. So how do you start your day?
Yeah, look, nothing. I get up not too early. I'm lucky I don't have to do all the early bookings in our team. So I like to get up and maybe have a little shot coffee there, and then I bought a bike about a year ago. So I sort of just cruise into work. I find it's a nice way to start the day and get in there and sort of set up, prepare for my day. We have our morning act sharpen meeting every day around 9, but that's sort of how I start a day. Nothing too glamorous. Yeah.
And who was your idol growing up?
Idol growing up. Look, a lot of sports people probably. Like I was a big fan of Mark Viduka, actually, the Australian soccer player. He played in the Premier League, so I was a big fan of him. Probably guys like that. And athletics as well. I used to love my athletics. There was an athlete called Kevin Young, actually. He was a 400 metre hurdler from the US, former world record holder. So I kind of idolised those guys.
What advice would you give your younger self?
Younger self? Well, I'd probably, in terms of school-wise, I probably would have had a bit more of a crack at school. I was very lucky I went to a great school, but probably didn't have a full crack. So I'd probably take advantage of opportunities. I don't regret any decisions, my pathway to where I am now, but if I just maybe work a little bit harder in the early days at school, can set you on a different path. So I'm very happy with the path I've ended up on. But that'd be a bit of advice. But do what you enjoy, follow your passion. That's probably the main thing to those youngsters out there listening in.
What's your favourite spot in Melbourne to visit?
I love Melbourne. Plenty of good spots around here. Probably the Brighton Baths, actually. Lockdown the past 18 months, but I really love going there for a steam and swim. Just love unwinding after a big day. That's probably one, and I haven't been able to go there much because of COVID, but just love going there after a day, sitting in the steam room, kicking back.
Sounds lovely.
Yeah.
What do you do on your weekends?
Well, weekends, depend on the time of the year, very seasonal man. Probably over the summer and spring and that sort of thing, I do a lot of commentating and athletics. That's sort of my side hustle, so that takes up a lot of my weekend, that sort of stuff. But I always like Friday, try get out, have a few bevs on a Friday when you can, see your mates, that sort of stuff. Watch a fair bit of sport, catch up with mates. But a lot of the time as well, recharge the batteries. Generally, especially we get to the end of the week, they can get quite full on by the Friday. But just good to see mates, and hopefully the next few months there'll be a lot more of that.
What is something that a lot of people wouldn't know about you?
They wouldn't know about me. I'm probably going on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire hot seat in a couple of weeks.
No way!
So I'm meant to be going on there. So that's something I guess that hasn't happened yet, and I'm not actually on the show yet, but I'm meant to be going on Millionaire Hot Seat. I'm not sure how I'm going to go. It's more just to go on there. I'm not a genius or anything, but it should be a bit of fun.
Yeah, that's super exciting. What's the best coffee spot in Melbourne?
Well, there is plenty of good coffee spots in Melbourne, Lindsay, as you would know. I quite like Market Lane there at Prahran Market. It's a good little spot. A lot of the coffee I just have, I've got a little pod machine and I use a St. Ali pods. But most places are pretty good. It's a very competitive market out there in Melbourne. So if you're not doing good coffee, you're not going to be in business.
Very true.
Yeah.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Yeah, a lot of 70s, sort of 80s. I love a lot of that Aussie music from that era, In Excess, Dragon, Crowded House. Yeah, a lot of the music from the Countdown era. So I'm a bit old school like that, a bit odd. If you look at my Spotify playlist, a lot of stuff from that era, but yeah, I just love it.
You'd get on with my parents well.
Yeah, I would. I'd love to meet them, Lindsay. Maybe you don't want to introduce me to them, but yeah, maybe one day.
No, I'd love it.
Yeah.
What is your most prized possession?
Ooh, got a few. Well, I love my car. I've got the very nice Saab wagon. It's not worth anything, honestly, but I do love my car. The Bernie gift trophy, a running race I won 11 years ago now, a long time ago. That's a very prized thing I've got as well. So there are a couple of things.
Nice. What's your favourite pizza?
Pizza. Probably. It depends on the vibe and that sort of stuff. But I actually very much like just a classic Hawaiian pizza. But then if you go to a nice Italian place, I really like a nice sort of thin crust with some prosciutto on top. But yeah, I'll have most pizzas.
Definitely.
Bit of seafood as well. I love a bit of like a prawn pizza as well.
What's a skill you're working on mastering?
Ooh, skill I'm working on mastering. Well, I've just started a podcast with a couple of guys that I'm working on, so I'm probably trying to work on my skill of podcasting and public speaking, that sort of thing. So that's always it's a bit of a side hustle for me. So that's sort of a skill I'm trying to master, getting better.
Yeah, you'll have to send it through to me.
Yeah, I will. Happy to.
What song gets you pumped up?
Probably a song by In Excess, Devil Inside, and it sort of builds up. Towards the end of the song, actually, I like that. So yeah, I love In Excess.
Great band. Are you a morning bird or a night owl?
Probably a night owl. I think as I get older, I'm turning into more of a morning person. Like I actually quite like getting in a bit earlier to the office, preparing for the day, getting settled. Whereas when I was younger, I used to wake up pretty late. But as I get older, I'm turning into a bit of a morning person. But I do stay up quite late as well. Just kick back and chill.
Definitely burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah, I need a break.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
What was your favourite subject in school? I think yes, this one. But...
Well, I wasn't a good student, I tell you. I loved PE, but I like doing IT. I'm known as a bit of an IT guru on my team. I did IT 3-4 at school. I was not good at any subject, did abysmally at school, but yeah, probably maybe IT. I love PE as well. It's good fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have an ANZUK value that stands out the most to you?
Probably relationships. I think it's sort of everything what we do, whether it's the educator we're dealing with or the schools and even internally as well. I think, that's probably the one for me. And yeah, it's probably one of the reasons why I joined here many years ago, just the culture and that sort of stuff and the relationships, even in the early days when I started, you could just tell everyone here has got good values and I think everyone does value it. So yeah, I think you're not going to do well in the world if you don't value relationships, and I think as a company we certainly do.
Definitely. Vintage or new?
I kind of like vintage actually. So I find that things made in the old eras are probably better made. Things these days maybe not made as well, but probably vintage I say, but well made vintage. If that makes sense. Yeah.
What are 3 things you can't live without?
Can't live without. I mean, it's sad to say, but probably my phone. I mean, it's sad to say, but my phone. I'd probably say your mates and family, and I guess food. Yeah, I mean, good food. Yeah. Without any food, I would die.
It's true.
Exactly.
It's true.
Yeah.
What's your favourite app on your phone?
There's a few apps that I use. I'm a big fan of Twitter, actually. Yeah, big fan of Twitter, just going on there, getting all the news, particularly sports news, that sort of stuff. Haven't gone into TikTok, don't think I will. But I'm a big fan of Twitter.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What's your current TV obsession?
I'm a big fan of the show Billions, so that's on Stan, and then Succession as well. It's another show. And then one of my all-time, which had a new season, Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David. So I love that show. I love Seinfeld and love Curb Your Enthusiasm, which has just come out new. So I'm really looking forward to watching the rest of that.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
The most adventurous thing you've done in your life?
Oh, gee whiz, adventurous. I mean, I'm not a particularly adventurous man. I like to follow what I know I like and stuff. But yeah, I guess when I was 21, I guess I sort of quite quickly decided I wanted to move interstate. So I just sort of packed my car. I moved to Canberra, of course, the home of the lovely Kira Timms now. But yeah, I just sort of within a couple of days decided I'm going to Canberra and just packed my car, went there. I guess it might not seem that adventurous, but it was a big step at least. So yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. And Canberra of all places.
I know, it's not a bad place. I think Kira's going to enjoy life up there.
Yeah.
Freya McGarry, of course, in our team is from there, but it's a great place. Good culture. It's a bit smaller, but it's, great place.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah.
What would you like to be remembered for?
Remembered for? Well, hopefully I've got plenty of years left ahead of me, Swanee. But, hopefully just as a good person, a passionate person, sort of say it how it is. But, yeah, good to be around, good energy. But, yeah, hopefully a good person with good values.
I reckon you will.
Yeah.
If you could master one instrument, what would it be?
I think it'd be quite cool to know the guitar, like a lead guitar, like just watching some of those guys and how they just, I think it's quite amazing how they're sort of just doing, just amazing. And obviously they practice a lot, become really good at it. But just I'm often in awe of those people who just nail it on the guitar.
Definitely. What is your dream country to visit? So one that you might not have visited before.
Yeah, I mean, I love Europe, and I haven't really had a crack at a place like Italy. I think Italy would be great just to go there and just explore. Italy. Love to go.
Never been to Italy?
Never been to Italy. No.
You would love it.
I think I would. I hope so. Yeah.
Lots of wine.
I'd probably come back a few kilos heavier, but that's what it's about.
Definitely. And the final question.
Yep.
Your go-to for a good laugh.
Go-to for a good laugh. Isn't it a person or just anything? Or
Anything, yeah.
Look, I mean, in our team, I mean, Ben Kroll thinks he's pretty funny, but we have a fair bit of fun. But yeah, I think just your mates. Like, you want to be able to catch up with your mates and have a good laugh and, chew the fat, talk about things from the past, which I often do, just funny stories and time, that sort of stuff. But internally, I think Ben Kroll is quite funny, very humorous. And then, a lot of my mates from school and running, that sort of stuff. So they're always good just to catch up and take the piss out of yourself, which we do a fair bit.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Lindsay. Great to be here.